Hi everybody! Today I'm going to show you guys how to perform one of the most advanced techniques in Super Fighting Street 4 Arcade. It's called the yeah nah yeah, or as it's called in Japan. So for this technique to work, you're going to need to pick Ken. You'll need to pick Rufus to train with, as he is Ken's storyline rival, and I feel that this gives me extra motivation when I train. The first step to mastering the yeah nah yeah is to learn the yeah. This is commonly performed by hitting forward and then medium kick. This is a relatively difficult move executionally speaking, so don't worry if you can't get it all the time. Since I'm a master of this game, I can land it roughly 9 times out of 10. Don't worry if you can't land it all the time. Even the best players from around the world, such as Daigo and Adam Sessler, can't land this consistently. Once you've gotten the yeah down, it's time to move on to the nah. The nah is performed by holding forward and holding heavy kick for a really long time. You'll know it's the nah because Ken says what I think is the Japanese word for nah when he does it. If you're a master of that move, now we need to progress to the final stage of this high tier setup, the yeah. Don't be fooled by the name though. Much like Hakan and Blanca's oil slides, these are two very different moves. It's performed by grinding the stick against the lower corner of your arcade machine and hitting all the punch buttons. This makes no sense, since most of the thrust of the move comes from Ken's leg. It's a very hard move to do, so you won't always succeed, but much like Kurt McKinney in No Retreat, No Surrender, in order to be the best in the world, you gotta put in the hours. Now you need to start putting them all together. Yeah, nah, yeah. Yeah, nah, yeah. If you can successfully perform these 3 steps consistently, then it's time to book your flight to Vegas because you're going to EVO. Pack some extra clothes, because you'll be staying for the whole weekend. There are 3 steps to hitting the yeah nah yeah in a match situation. I like to call them conditioning, application, and reward. I chose to analyse this match in particular because Ryu vs Ken is a fairly uncommon matchup that you won't see very often. In round 1 fight, what you want to do is perform lots of step kicks as a means of conditioning. Now don't worry if you get hit, this will only make your resolve stronger and ultimately lead to your victory. You want to prove to the enemy that you're not scared of them and that you have transcended their fraudulent tactics. You want to do this until you build up enough green bar to perform Ken's ultimate move. Once you've built up enough green bar to perform Ken's galactic tornado, you want to move on to application. This involves picking the perfect moment and going for it. Overcome by the situation, they'll have no other choice but to bow down to your superior tactics. Great Street Fighter philosopher Daniel Sirloin has coined this term yomi, which is the Japanese word for making the opponent run into your fist. Now as you can see in this fight, I'm losing, but that's okay because Street Fighter isn't about when you're losing. It's about playing with dignity and not abusing cheap tactics, such as fireballs, throws and blocking. After all, if your opponent doesn't respect you for fighting with honor, then you're not following the path of a true warrior. Here are some other examples of application that you can use as inspiration. Now, let's look at the last step. Reward. When you gain the respect of a world warrior, they may often send you congratulatory messages as a mark of their admiration for your skill and ability. Here are 5 such messages from one of my many fans. He spent 1 hour and 20 minutes of his life applauding my honourable tactics and incredible mental dexterity. You should reply to these with brief expressions of your gratitude, because that is what a real-life Ryu would do.
Try this on for size.
Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the top 8 of EVO soon.